Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Abe with MysticGenmara.com, a small town mystic from the middle of Idaho. And tonight, whenever you happen to be seeing this, I would like to offer your weekly elemental rune reading for the elements for the week of May 18th through the 24th. If you're interested as to why I read for the elements instead of the zodiac, that's linked in the description down below, along with some other goodies, including a natal chart if you're interested and never had one of those done. It gives you your base 12 houses, and then there is 10 to 20 pages telling you what all the little signs and symbols mean, and there's even a small section that goes over your elemental alignment, which is pretty cool. So, with that, we'll get started with our first element, and I do follow the pattern of the zodiac for the elements just for convenience sake, but fire covers the zodiac signs of Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So, all of our salamanders out there, we are looking at your first rune is Wunjo, which is the joy rune. Color of yellow, tarot association is strength, astrology is Leo, so fire, you're stepping right into your power. A sign of happiness and harmony, a situation changing for the better. So, fire, if there's been anything that's been a little bit unbalanced, we'll say, or uncomfortable, this week is where stuff's going to start to shift around for you, and they're saying for one particular group of people, this is actually going to have some really good rewards coming through. There could be some kind of like a promotion or a good news announcement, like a new baby or something along those lines. They're not saying what, but they're saying family-oriented good news as well. So definitely want to keep your ears open for that good spot. But your fire, you're starting off with a bang this week. Let's take a peek at your second rune here. You have Thurizaz, which is the god of strength, still tying into that fire energy. Color of bright red, tarot association is the Emperor, astrology is Mars, still with fire. Protection, someone providing help, good news coming in. Fire. You guys have got, so one of the more positive sets I've seen in a while. You are very much good week, a lot of strength coming up. You're in your power, whether it's Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. You are stepping into this authority space where you're open to the miraculous coming into your life. Fire, this is going to be a week of rewards, of good news. They're saying just in general it's going to be a positive week for you, however that's going to manifest, whether that's, getting all those things that you've been looking for, the promotion, family stuff going really well, however it manifests. Fire's going to have one heck of a good week with this going on. And you're going to be able to stand in your strength, your authority. That god of strength energy that Thurizaz brings up is saying, Fire, you don't have to worry about anyone else. You guys have got this. So definitely worth stepping into. Let's hop over to our Earth family, which is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, our gnomes. And today, for our fire, we're starting off with Eowaz, which is the yew tree, color of dark blue. Tarot association is the Hanged Man, and astrology is Scorpio. So Earth, you're working with some water this week. Protection, time of death and rebirth, foresight, and perseverance. Earth, is there something that you have been... Is there an illusion that you have been cultivating? Something that you have been allowing to be in your existence? What they're saying this week is the illusion is about to be shattered. So the impression I'm getting right now is you knew this was not a real situation, this illusion you have up. You've known that this is a real thing, or this is a fake thing. You have chosen to put the energy into it because it was just easier to deal with the illusion than actually peel it off and see the reality underneath. But Eowaz is coming in saying, it's not a good time for that anymore. It's time to reveal the truth of a situation. So your second rune is, get some clarity here, the Dagaz rune, which is the rune of the day. Color of light blue, tarot association is temperance. Astrology is dark moon. Awakening, clarity, success, prosperity, abundance. So there's a little bit of an up and down play, a little push-pull type thing, a little yin-yang if you will. You're being called to strip away an illusion, but it's because you have something better coming forward after that. So the illusion has actually been blocking this other thing coming in. The part that you knew was an illusion, you thought was the safe spot. In reality, it was actually a barrier to other things that were coming in or better feelings that were being offered to you, some kind of positive shift. So if there is an illusion earth that you have been kind of ignoring or maybe allowing to stay, time to see what's on the other side of that illusion. There's something else that could be a much better option or a better opportunity for you. So it's worth looking into that and just seeing how things play out this week. So let's take a peek at our air family. Air covers the zodiac signs of Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. All of our sylphs out there doing their dances. And we are looking into the rune of... where'd it go? Kano, torch or fire. So you're working with some fire energy, Air. Color of light red. Tarot association is chariot, but you also have some water coming in because your astrology is Venus. Creative fire, awakening artistic impulses, passion, and sexual desires. Air. It's going to be an interesting week for you. There's an energy of things speeding up. Whether you're in a casual relationship, it might be going a little bit more serious. If it's a creative endeavor, you're approaching the end game at this point. Something is moving from just kind of standard moving along. It's time to start elevating some speed, starting to move things forward. Your next steps are going to start coming a little bit quicker for you instead of being, 1, then 2, then 3. They're saying it's going to go 1, 2, 3. You're just going to start moving forward a lot quicker with what you've got. Your second rune is the Soilo rune, which is the rune of the sun. Colors of white, silver, and gold. Tarot association is the sun. Astrology is the sun. A rune of good health, happiness, wholeness, clarity, enlightenment, success. Air. I'm getting this feeling that you have been working on something and you keep feeling like it's just dragging on. It's never going to get done. It's never going to reach the end point. It's just, why is this taking forever? This week, there's going to be an acceleration in your project, in whatever it is that you're working on. They're saying that this is more focused on business, but pay attention to your personal life as well, because there's something shifting there. With the sun coming in as well with Soilo, Air, you have got a lot of bright things being revealed to you right now. The illusions are being torn apart. They're being brought into a clearer state, which, let's be real, Air, you love to have things much more planned out and more focused on, and you don't like the emotional games. You like head games because that's kind of your thing, but you don't like the emotional gains, and that's what they're saying. It's enough is enough with those, so it's time to move beyond that. But with Kanos, the torch, the fire stepping up, the doors are opening, things are speeding up, and the sun is revealing the truth of a situation, kind of like sun bursting through the fog and burning it all off. That's where you're headed this week, Air. So let's take a peek at our water family, which is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. All of our undines out there. We have, to start water off, the rune. Where'd it go? Othila, ancestral property. Color of deep yellow. Tarot association is the moon, tapping into your energy here, and astrology is the full moon. Possessions, inheritance, real property, inherited traits or abilities. Water, this week, it is going to be a week of intuition. It is going to be a week of tapping into that which you already have, the gifts, the skills, the tools, and how are you going to allow those to expand? This is a time where you can acknowledge what your family, spiritual family or physical family, has inherited down to you through either through blood or through spirit, and what those actually mean. When you step into these gifts, sometimes you don't know what to do with them. Like if you happen to end up with like a gift of healing or a gift of empathy, and it's currently just driving you bonkers because you can't go out in public, this is a time where you can kind of figure out, why did this happen? Why do I have this? And how can I go about using this for the betterment of myself and other people? Because it's not just about helping others, it's, you have to find that balance. And that's what's coming forward, is you have these gifts, these skills, whatever it is that's coming in, it could be property. And how are you going to use that? It could have been one of those things where it's just been sitting on the back burner for months and you're like, I don't know what to do with this. Now's the time to start really looking into how you can expand it, how you can use it, and what's the purpose of it. Because They're saying just because you have a gift doesn't mean you know what it is or how to use it. This is a good week to kind of poke at that and see, like, what are you for? Your second rune, you got the same one as earlier, which is the Daygaz rune, the rune of the day. Color of light blue, tarot association is temperance, and astrology is the dark moon. Awakenings, clarities, success, prosperity, and abundance. So you definitely are stepping into a path of something that you have received recently, or it could be within the last year, that you really weren't sure what to do with. You're going to get that clarity this week. Or at least start to reveal the clarity this week. You've got a lot of movement starting here. There's a lot of energy filtering in, but this energy is all coming in through the energy of the moon. So it's going to hit your subconscious first, water, then it's going to, they're saying, bleed into your conscious mind, so I'm not sure how that works. You can use the term leech if you prefer. But it's basically your subconscious is going to pick up on what is the messages here, and then it's going to start bringing up the signs and synchronicities, so you can be like, oh, that's what this ties into, or that's what I could do with fill in the blank. So this is going to be a week of very much signs, symbols, and how do you navigate between what is a sign, a symbol, or just something random that your attention caught that day. So water, definitely going to be an interesting week for you. The energy of growth is very strong here. But it's one of those things where you have to be willing to take the next steps for the growth to occur. And that's what I'm hearing with this. So, final thoughts as we move into the summer. We move into the warmer months, thankfully, at least here in the north. This is a time for us to really expand and really explore our worlds. Go outside, put your feet in the grass if it's starting to pop up, find the sunny days, to really enjoy what it means to be alive again. We are walking into the period where the solar gods are at their strength, so they are bringing prosperity and life back to the land, which actually showed up with abundance and prosperity in the readings today. So embrace the season for what it is. Enjoy these changes and these shifts as you go through the next week. Explore and expand as much as you can, and when those little synchronicities occur, always remember to smile and say thank you to the universe, God, source, divine, because they're the ones kind of pulling the strings. They're just kind of encouraging us and giving us a direction to work with. So with that, I will let you guys go. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video, and comment. Let me know your thoughts, feelings, and impressions. I always love reading the comments. So with that, I will let you go. Have a great rest of your week.